He does, even in Vern's heyday. Um, then we've got WCW Saturday Night and New Japan on Access. Stunning Steve Austin, Tom Zink the Z-Man, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kazuchika Okada.
This one's kind of tougher.
Comes down to, is it Steve Austin or is it Okada?
God. Is this everybody in their prime? Like, it's from their matches? Like,
see, we don't know. We're making up rules as we go. So what do you want it to be?
Just like WWE.
Just like WWE. I mean, is this stunning Steve Austin or is this Stone Cold Steve Austin?
It's stunning Steve Austin. So I think Okada has to take it.
All right, we got it. Okada moves on, and the king of wrestling shows, at least up till this week for sure, WWF Monday Night Raw, Yokozuna, Koko Beware, Lucha Underground, Johnny Mundo, and Prince Puma.
Honestly, if we're looking at this in reality, I think Yokozuna sits on everybody.
Yokozuna? Okay! I was going to say I'm throwing it out that Yokozuna would win this one, but I wasn't sure what everybody would say.
It can't all be young new guys. It can't all be young new guys.
Well, and let's be honest, Ricochet versus Yokozuna, even today, it's Yokozuna.
Yeah, his offense would do nothing. You're too light to compete with Yokozuna.
No. It's just not going to happen. We got to be somewhat realistic here, even though it's...
Now he's got to join the New Day.
So moving on to the next side of the bracket, SmackDown taking on NWA Total Nonstop Action, Triple H, The Rock, Ken Shamrock, and Malice.
Easy, Triple H.
I think it's between the SmackDown guys, but Triple H, you're saying?
He puts himself
I was
over,
leaning
right?
more towards The Rock, but I'll go Triple H because he puts him. He'd bring out that shovel and bury everyone.
Yep.
We've got WCW Thunder versus TNA Impact. DDP, Kevin Nash, AJ Styles, Chris Sabin, Elix Skipper, and Michael Shane. I'm leaning towards AJ Styles.
Yeah. Yeah, especially
but
if
98
AJ
Kevin Nash was pretty huge too. From 04.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. You know what?
So we going AJ?
There's so many guys in this match. I think Kevin Nash can pull it out.
All right, Kevin Nash came out of it with a jackknife power bomb on Elix Skipper for the win. I like that. I can almost see it in my head. WCW Monday Nitro and Hulk Hogan, Big Bubba Rogers, David Otunga, CM Punk.
David Otunga, my friend.
I don't think there's any question that 95 Hulk Hogan squishes 2010 CM Punk.
Yeah?
What do you think?
I think so. I think Punk cuts a great-ass promo after the fact, but Hogan wins.
I think he just buries Hogan after the fact.
Yeah.
And now to finish up the first round, ECW Hardcore TV taking on Ring of Honor. Jimmy Snuka, Larry Winters, Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas, Claudio Castagnoli, Chris Hero. Remember, this is 93 Snuka. He has murdered, but he's also pretty injured. I know who I'm going with. Is that going to help you if I let you know who I think?
Go ahead, yeah. I've been picking first all these times, so.
I think Claudio Castagnoli.
Yep. But these are tag teams, so does the tag team go through?
I don't think so. I think only one guy can go through, just to make it fair.
Okay. Yeah, I'm right there with you then.
Okay. We're going to go the soon-to-be Antonio Cesaro.
And then shortly thereafter to just be Cesaro.
Yes.
And then shortly thereafter to being the guy who pushed his teeth up into his skull in a match with
Yeah, exactly. So next we're going to see one of the most amazing matches in a match we may be able to see this on the Wednesdays moving forward. Pac versus Pentagon Jr.
Ooh, goddamn.
Fun match.
Can it be a ladder match?
It is a ladder match, Pasty. It is a ladder match.
Well, that does not make it any easier to depict.
No, but it makes it more entertaining. I mean, folks, these matches are playing out in our heads right now. You realize that, right?
Honestly, I think especially if it's a ladder match, I think Pac, goes to the top of the ladder and then he's too cocky and jumps off the ladder and Penta picks it up. Are you behind it? Okay. I was going to say, if you have any alternate to say.
No, I was thinking Penta squeezed it out. I could see him, Pac misses, Penta puts him in a submission through the ladder, using the ladder as leverage, taps him out. We got it. Penta's moving on.
I'm excited about this next one.
Yes. This next one sees Kazuchika Okada versus Yokozuna. Two of the best from the Orient, Pasty.
Yes, indeed. I just think Yokozuna
93 Yokozuna?
Yeah.
Wow. I think Yokozuna beats my boy.
Yeah?
I think he does.
I
don't want him to. I don't want him to, but I think he does. It's sad for me to say. Oh, then we move on, Pasty, and we have the battle of the Triple H taking on his boy Kevin Nash. Now, remember, this is 1999 Triple H and 98 Kevin Nash, so it's wow.
And this one's a street fight. It's so hard.
I don't know, man.
It's so hard.
This one's almost a coin flip. Right. Does Scott Hall get involved? Does Shawn Michaels get involved? Do we leave this one up to the random coin flip generator?
Yeah, I think so.
Now, flipping. Wait, we got to know Triple H's heads?
Yeah.
It's tails.
All right, Nash moves on.
Way to go, Nash. Pulled it out. And then
he blew out his knees.
And we see 95 Hogan taking on 2011.
That's gonna make a big deal in the finale with his blown ass out knees.
It's going to make a difference. We see 95 Hulk Hogan taking on 2011 Claudio Castagnoli in what I can only assume Hogan makes a squash match. And Hogan wins.
It's so sad. Isn't it sad that even in our fantasy world that happens?
I know, but it would. 95 Hogan is not losing to 2011 Claudio Castagnoli.
Hogan's going to straight up sit up while Claudio's spinning him around.
Right? Yeah, he is too. And he's going to start shaking his arms and point at Claudio, still spinning. You!
The shaking causes Claudio to fall over because he's unbalanced.
Yep, I love it. Oh, man. This is entertaining. I'm so glad this is so far turning out better than I would have hoped. I thought this might be a shit show. I've totally
been thinking about doing a Dungeons and Dragons wrestling thing.
Right?
That would be so much fun.
That would be awesome. Oh, boy, it's getting down here now, Pasty. Now we're seeing 2018 Pentagon Jr. take on 1993 Yokozuna.
I don't know.
I think Penta might be able to pull it off against Yokozuna.
I think the finals all go to coin flip, or the semifinals all go to coin flip.
Do we do that?
The rest of it. Let's coin flip the rest of this shit.
We're going to coin flip the rest of it. It's not up to it. Well, because honestly, you could see any of these four winning, right? 98 Nash, 95 Hogan, 2018 Penta, 93 Yokozuna. They're all in their prime at this point, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Kind of ironic. Well, I guess it's not ironic the ones in their prime moved on, because that makes sense. It's kind of ironic the people you'd think would move on moved on. That's not ironic, you jackass. All right, so do we put the ones on top are heads, the ones on bottom are tails?
I think so.
So Okada heads, Yokozuna tails.
Penta heads, yeah.
Or Penta, I'm sorry. I just want Okada to win. I just want him to win.
He's done.
I
He
want
got
him to
squashed.
Win. He came back! Oh, no. And Shane McMahon won. Shane McMahon won the tournament. Okay. All right. Penta is heads. Yokozuna is tails. Flip again. It's flipping. It's flipping. It's flipping. Heads. Heads is Penta.
Penta goes on. I'm excited now. This is going to be
Penta
fun.
moves to the final. Oh, this could end up. We got Kevin Nash as heads. Hulk Hogan tails. Flip again. Flip again. It's flipping, 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 flipping. Tails.
Hogan versus Pentagon for the finals.
You couldn't go wrong with this.
It's
all right, this is going to be
3.
Pacey, this is a best 2 out of 3 falls match, all right?
All right.
So I want you to bring up
should we do a 60-minute Iron Man match? Just flip that coin for 60 minutes. We still got almost an hour of time.
So Pacey, can you bring up a coin flip generator on Google?
Yes, I can.
Because this is going to be a multiple. I'll let you do the first one since I haven't done any. I'll do the first one. Then I'll do the first one and you do the next 2. Okay.
All right. Penta's heads,
like
Hogan's tails.
Penta heads to Hogan tails. Yeah, that works. All right. I'm flipping. Flipping, 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 flipping. Tails. So one for Hogan.
Gets the first fall. Second fall. Flipping. Goes tails. Hogan with a clean victory over Pentagon Jr. in his prime.
Oh my gosh.
Hogan is burying everyone.
He's really flexing his
10-inch pythons.
just like always.
It's a race thing, obviously.
Yeah, he's getting that his creative control clause for sure was in on this day in pro wrestling. But it is kind of cool to look back at all these debut shows and see kind of where the landscape was. You go as far 85 with Junkyard Dog and some cat nobody knows, Pete Dowtree, and this upcoming one you look at with with Pac versus Hangman Page, and you got to wonder to yourself, in 30 years, are people going to look back and look at one of them and be like, nobody even knows who Pac was? You know what I mean?
Not.
Well, you hope not, but we don't know. That's 30 years from now.
Right.
I
mean, all this time later, Hogan is still on top, so.
Really? Yeah, you just don't know. So much of wrestling is interesting when you look at it. Jimmy Snuka. When I named the first episode of ECW to Jimmy Snuka's name, people associate him with WWF, not ECW.
Right.
Or with murdering. Big Bubba Rogers, who was the Big Bubba Rogers, big boss man to be in a main event against Hogan in 95. Who didn't expect Triple H versus Rock and SmackDown? I mean, those are 2 names that do something to kill time. Sometimes I think too much, and it's only entertaining to me or me and you.
I think it was a lot more fun than I was anticipating.
A lot more for me, because I thought it was going to be dead as shit. I thought this was going to be our worst segment ever. And it's definitely not our best segment ever, but some time.
I still have a hard time wrapping my brain around the fact that Hogan pulled it out through all these men. That's what happens when you put things up.
Even when it came down to a trainer, Hogan was still there, man.
Man, two pinfalls
his pockets run deep
in a 2 out of 3 match with Pentagon Jr. How did that even play out? I wonder.
I don't know. Who would have seen that?
Pentagon just,
I wouldn't
Zero,
have.
Meadow! And then Hogan just starts hulking out right away, like no damage done. Goes